Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Bailey, and this is my contemporary leadership business presentation. Today, I'll be sharing the leadership journey and insights of Stacey Bailey, someone who has built a remarkable career in marketing, branding, and experiential event production. From managing a major Disney affiliated station to launching her own successful agency, Stacey offers a great real-world example of what transformational leadership looks like in action. I'll also be comparing her to Indra Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, to show how leadership approaches vary across industries and scales. Let's get started. Stacey Bailey has spent over 2 decades leading in the world of marketing and brand events. She began her leadership career at Radio Disney Portland, where she spent over 13 years as station manager. In this role, she managed a team of over 35 people and oversaw thousands of events. In 2014, she founded Red Shoe Productions, a premier event marketing company that now operates across 5 states. She worked with major clients like Intel, Toyota, and McDonald's, helping brands connect with audiences through meaningful experiences. Her leadership style is people-focused, visionary, and grounded in creativity and empowerment. Stacey's most noticeable achievement came during her time at Radio Disney. When she started, she had zero revenue. Through strategic planning, leadership, and building a strong internal culture, she grew the station's business to over $1 million in revenue. She executed over 2,000 events and built lasting relationships with clients, resulting in 75% renewal rate. Her leadership was instrumental in creating a positive team environment and empowering employees to take ownership of their roles. This achievement was impactful not just because of the revenue, but because it reflects sustainable growth, strong client relationships, and team development. Servant Leadership Assessment. When evaluating Stacey through the lens of servant leadership, it's clear she embodies several core characteristics. She's a great listener, taking feedback from clients and her team seriously. She's also skilled at conceptualization, constantly coming up with new ideas and big picture strategies. One standout example is how she allowed her team leaders to take full ownership of events from ideation to execution. This not only built trust but also enhanced innovation and accountability. She prioritized personal and professional growth, often mentoring employees and creating opportunities for them to thrive. Her stewardships of the brand and her people was a major factor in the station's success. Handling a challenge. Stacey's leadership was also tested in moments of ethical conflict. One such challenge occurred when a client requested a campaign that didn't align with Disney's brand guidelines. Instead of immediately rejecting the idea, she opened a conversation with the client, explaining the brand constraints and exploring alternative strategies. Her approach was rooted in transparency, respect, and creativity. Ultimately, she found a compromise that met both Disney's standards and the client needs. The result, the campaign was a success, the brand's integrity remained intact, and the client stayed on board. This example shows how she handles difficult situations with grace and problem-solving skills. Servant Leadership Assessment Part B. In this challenging scenario, Stacey demonstrated key servant leadership traits. Her awareness of clients' perspective allowed her to navigate the situation without escalating conflict. She used persuasion, not pressure, to guide the client to a solution that worked for everyone. Her stewardship of the Disney brand and her client relationships was unwavering. This experience highlighted her leadership maturity and emotional intelligence, both of which are essential for navigating ethical dilemmas. It also reinforced her team's trust in her ability to make decisions that benefit everyone involved. When analyzing Stacey's use of power, we can see she leans on both expert and referent power. Her expertise in brand management, event marketing, and client relations gives her authority that others respect. At the same time, her referent power, meaning her ability to build strong, trusting relationships, is just as powerful. In the ethical dilemma I mentioned earlier, she didn't rely on formal authority to resolve the issue. Instead, she relied on knowledge, integrity, and the trust she had built. This had a lasting impact. She kept the client, preserved the brand, and strengthened her leadership reputation. Stacey's entrepreneurial mindset has played a big role in her success. Her mission at Red Shoe Productions is to create a memorable, immersive brand experiences. She set ambitious goals for her company and made bold moves, like expanding operations into 5 states. Her creativity helps her design unique experiences for each client, and her persistence keeps her moving forward even when challenges arise. One example of this is when she pitched her services to a national brand and customized a proposal that secured a long-term contract. She believes in herself and she trusts her vision, and that mindset is what continues to drive her company's growth. Stacey's leadership style best fits transformational leadership. She's the type of leader who doesn't just manage, she inspires. She motivates her team with a clear vision, encourages innovation, and builds a sense of shared purpose. Her ability to empower others to lead, take risks, and grow professionally is a key element of this style. Rather than controlling every decision, she sets the tone and lets others rise to the occasion. Her leadership model is about transformation, not just of the business, but of the people within it. And that's what makes her so effective. For this comparison, I chose Indra Nooyi, a former CEO of PepsiCo. Nooyi is known for strategic thinking and ability to drive change in global organizations. Stacy, on the other hand, leads at a smaller scale, but with a deep personal connection to her team and clients. Both are visionary leaders with high emotional intelligence, but their environments shape their approaches differently. Noya worked with the corporate structure, navigating shareholder demands and global logistics. Stacy, meanwhile, builds something from scratch, adapting fast and relying on creative problem solving. They're different, but both show how leadership is about accountability, adaptability, emotional insight, and strategic vision. Stacy's top leadership lessons are practical and powerful. She learned the importance of being adaptable in a fast-changing industry. Resilience has also been key, especially in the face of setbacks or client changes. One major lesson she shared was about delegation. Earlier in her career, she tried to handle too much on her own, but over time, she realized that empowering others leads to better results and a stronger team culture. These lessons are especially important to anyone stepping into a leadership role. It's not about doing everything, it's about guiding the right people to do it well. I chose Stacy because she represents a kind of leadership that's strategic and human. Her journey from Disney to entrepreneurship shows resilience and vision. One challenge I faced in this project was translating academic terms into real life questions, like example asking about generalized self-efficiency, in a way that made sense, but it pushed me to think critically and creatively. But I've learned most is that the great leaders serve others, stay curious, and never stop growing. Leadership isn't a one size fits all formula. It's show how you show up, support others, and stay aligned with your values. Thank you so much for listening.